I want to talk about artificial gravity and why it is an important technology. So, right now, we know that microgravity is a very significant health concern for any astronauts in space who live long enough. They will experience progressive deterioration in their health. Now, what we don't know is what's the lowest possible level of gravity where health of the astronauts will be not impacted. We also don't know what's the impact of the partial gravity that is below Earth level on the second and later generations of people growing in these conditions. We don't know what's the impact on development of the children, on pregnancies, and so on. There is some data on the microgravity in microgravity environment, but pretty much none on anything in between full gravity and zero gravity. That's why it is a risk factor that you want to solve before the first step, before the first man steps his foot on surface of Mars. And long story short, the solution for that is to create an artificial gravity environment using the rotation of the habitat. This can be done in low Earth orbit, so you don't need to go to Mars to figure this out. And the result of this experiment can be twofold. Either we know that Moon or Mars gravity is good enough for any future colonists in space, and therefore we don't really need artificial gravity, and we can just go and proceed straight from Martian colonization, or we see that 1g gravity is the lowest possible level, or some level of gravity which is above 1 on Mars is required for healthy development of human beings, and therefore all the Martian colonies would need such an environment as close to them as possible. And this is why they will need an orbital space station in Martian orbit with these conditions. So, to summarize, the reason why we want to have this development done, it removes another risk factor. You don't want to build your interplanetary colony on assumptions and maybe it will work. You want to know a definite answer. What will work, what will not work.